for me, you know.
Did you do any shows with Dragon Lord? Did you guys do anything?
No, we didn't do any shows. We did the record, and then Eric started getting, busy with Testament again.
Right.
And that's how it kind of fell in place with me having the opportunity to play with them, fill in for Gene, because, everyone knows Gene is always doing a million things at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He
so
keeps himself busy.
Yeah, so they started writing the new Testament record, and I just was around, so Eric would call me up, and I'd help out with that, Brotherhood of the Snake. And then when it came time for them to start doing some shows, there was a couple that they needed me for. So
yeah, I know you did Heavy Montreal, I believe, with them, right?
Yeah, I did. I did Heavy MTL. I did Loud Park in Japan.
Oh, Loud Park's a great one.
Yeah, that was a great time.
That's a great one. I've done that as well.
And then I was able to play Hawaii with them, which was a great experience.
God, I've never even done Hawaii. Amazing.
Yeah, it was
Honolulu,
fun,
really?
Yeah.
Because a lot of bands pass it over because it's a hard market to hit, but
yeah.
I know we want to go there and do that. That's so great.
Yeah, man. So, it was a great experience. It was all learning for me, and I think it brought me to another level as a player.
Talked about the Trivium thing. How did you get the audition there? What happened? How did that go through? Did they hear that you had played with Testament, or did they hear you had done an album with Eric Peterson? Did you have to send a video or a tape?
Yeah, that was actually. Let me see. To make a long story short.
No, we like the long story, believe me.
Yeah, when Trivium, when they needed a drummer, rather than holding, big auditions or anything like that, they went to a couple of friends that they trusted. And those friends were Mark Lewis, producer. I don't know if you've worked with him before.
I've worked with Mark before.
Yeah, Mark is great. And then Sean Glass. You know Sean Glass, though, right? Yeah. So they both recommended me because, I've toured with Sean and we get along great. He's watched me play. And then Mark Lewis, I did the Battlecross record with him called Rise to Power. So they hit, You
did the Battlecross. Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just did. Exodus just played Slaughter Q in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
They were on it with Exhorter.
Yeah.
And Cataclysm and Hatchet, and it was a fun day we had.
Cool,
I didn't know that you played with Battlecross.
Yeah, I toured with them for, it was like a year or two.
One of Metallica's favorite bands, those guys. They love Battlecross.
They played that Orion Fest
Yeah,
with them.
yeah, they like Battlecross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I did a record with them, and Mark Lewis recommended me, and so did Glass. So with multiple people saying my name and then kind of looking at what I had done with Testament and all, the past stuff, they said, hey, are you down to send in a couple videos? And I did. And then I got a call later that day and they said, hey, we want to fly you out to Florida and just jam and hang out, and just kind of see what the vibe is like.
Where are they based out of, Alex?
Orlando.
Oh, it's Orlando.
Yeah. So, I went down there, hung out, jammed. Everything went great. Did a European tour, and then after that, it's it's like history from there. We just been rolling.
And you do have a record under your belt with them as well.
Yeah, we did a record called "The Sin and the Sentence" in 2017.
Cool.
Yeah,
that is great. I'm so happy
Thanks,
for you
man.
on that. That's awesome. Talk about what you play. What gear are you playing? I mean, what kind of drum sets you're playing right now? What are your cymbals? Talk about your guys. You can go ahead and talk about what you're playing right now.
Definitely. Yeah, I play Tama drums, Zildjian cymbals, Vic Firth drumsticks, and Axis pedals.
Actually, still playing Axis pedals.
Yeah.
You've been playing them longer than anybody that I know.
Yeah, man.
And now Nicholas plays Axis pedals now
because
of that. Everybody there, good, quick action on that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So and it's been good. Those companies, they really take care of me and make sure that I have everything that I need. So I'm really thankful for that.
You doing any type of clinics or anything like that?
No clinics. I've always wanted to, but I'm just kind of waiting for it to feel right. I don't want to try and rush into that world, but it's something that I've always thought
when you're a
about.
Youngster too, you're young. A lot of people are like, what's this kid know?
Yeah, exactly.
But then you sit behind the drum set and you'll just wail, they'll wail along. It's just, it's great to watch you play.
Thank you.
And I'm good friends with another good friend of yours, Mr. John Tempesta.
Yeah,
and we talk because Johnny was in Exodus for years. I known him for a long time, and he speaks nothing but highly of you.
Oh,
now,
awesome.
I'm sure you do the NAMM show every year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been going to the NAMM show.
But now you go to it
time.
and sit on the other side of the table, though, right?
Yeah, it's cool to kind of feel like I'm a part of something, like
Right, you're in a
something.
fraternity.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
exactly how I try to tell everybody
yeah,
that.
we were talking about that at the
Doesn't
Slipknot
matter
show.
if you're
Yeah,
right. It's we're, when you're back there and you're hanging out, you're in the same fraternity as Corey or
Right.
Clown or the guys in Volbeat or the guys in Gojira or the guys in Exodus or the guys in Obituary or the guys in whoever. It's
Yeah.
this kind of like thing. Like you may not see each other for a while, and then you'll see each other like on 3 festivals and catering for 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Like we've been really good friends with we've been around doing this for so long, forever. Any of the guys in Hatebreed or even the guys in Dragon Force or anything like that, we'll see these guys and go like, "What's up? How are you?" And it's like seeing them again. It's like wow, and everybody, the camaraderie that everybody has with each other,
Yeah.
is undeniable. Totally
Yeah.
undeniable.
Yeah, it's always great to like run into people that you haven't seen for a long time. Like, I mean, running into you at the Slipknot show, I think I hadn't seen you for
Couple years,
man.
I haven't. Honestly, I haven't even got to see you play with Trivium yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe by next summer or something, Exodus and Trivium will be on the same festival or something.
Oh yeah,
like that.
that would be awesome, man. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I'm really thankful to be doing this. Thankful to be playing with those guys. Those guys are awesome. We all get along great and we vibe musically. So yeah, just being able to be around all these awesome musicians is a pleasure for me.
Talk about those guys. Talk about going into a band and becoming a full part of a band that actually has some validity to it. Talk about coming in with Matt and those guys. Because they seem to really know what they want direction wise. And what's funny is I still consider them a younger band because I guess I'm archaic. You know what I mean? And I've been around for so long.
Right.
But I feel that they're probably one of the bands that, like us, in 30 years will still be probably carrying the torch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not because there's been so many bands, that I've loved through, the new millennium, bands like, Shadows Fall and Chimera that really didn't kind of make it that far. You know what I mean? Used to know if they'll reform some days. Again, a lot of the members went to other bands, but Trivium kind of came out from that fire, and they seem to still hold their fire really, really, really well.
Yeah.
And they still have a great relationship with their fans, and the band gets a lot of run, very high on the bills on all of the festivals, and so I think that. Talk about what that makes you feel like, knowing that, I'm a part of something now that looks like it's got some validity for some wild, you know what I mean? It's got to be exciting at 26 years old, to be like, wow, this band has already done so much in the last 10 years,
Yeah.
And just think what we're going to do in the next 10, you know what I mean? And talk about how that feels.
Yeah, I think that you nailed it. They haven't lost the fire,
Yeah.
They're still they're constantly thinking ahead of the game, what's next, and always listening to new music, and I mean, they have the fire. They're all really smart, intelligent dudes, so they're always just thinking about things in every aspect, the business, where music is headed, where it was before, and it's cool to be around that. I feel like I'm always just getting to learn a lot. That's me. I'm just
talk about that. Here, let's talk about this. Talk about the business now. What's that like now, Alex? Because now you were when I had you were just a player. There was no business involved.
Right.
Now you have to be able to balance both really well. You got to be the player and be the musician and be the artist.
Yeah.
But you also have to be the businessman too. You know what I mean?
I guess I just feel like I'm a part of a big machine. There's so many people involved, everything from management to, you name it. Yeah, I mean, how it is, with Exodus. It's a lot more than just a couple people getting together and, jamming metal, that's the fun part. No,
there's an agenda. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's an agenda. There's a reason why all 5 of us are here.
Yeah.
Well, for you guys, for us, it's 5 of us.
Yeah.
That are here, and so
I think it's all like vision, though. It's like if everyone's on the same page and they have that vision, then it kind of falls into place.
Did you contribute to the last record, even though you were pretty new in the band, or I mean, I know you have your own style and you do play your own way. Was there anything that you came up with that they were like, yeah, dude, play it like that, or was a lot of it? Well, because I mean, Gary Holt writes drums for Tom a lot of times, tells him you need to play this. You know what I mean? This is what I hear on the back of this.
Yeah.
So was there any of that, or did you have freedom with that, Alex?
I did have a lot of freedom. They pretty much had riffs and ideas, and we would just get together and just jam them out and just see where the direction went. And they really pushed me to just kind of do my own thing, And I was open to any ideas that they had, So it was cool. It was a good thing because we were able to just bounce ideas off of each other and get the best result. They were like, go crazy, man. Do your thing. Do the death metal stuff. Do the thrash stuff. So, sometimes they would write something to what I did, or I would write something to what they did. Yeah, like if, hey, try a beat like this, try something tribal here, or try this, and they would kind of build off of that. It was a really good working relationship.
So you actually, when you were in the writing process as well for the last record, pretty much.
Yeah, they had, like I said, the riffs and the ideas, but it came together from us just getting in there.
Well,
and,
that's
because
exactly.
there was
the way to go. Man.
Yeah, there was some things that the idea was, this is going to be kind of like a rock kind of radio song, and then that would become the extreme song, and then vice versa. We had ideas that like, man, this is going to be so extreme and heavy, and then maybe Paolo, our bass player, would hear a melody and be like, well, wait a second, what if we approach it this way? And then that song would end up being the radio one. So
that's what's good about being creative.
Yeah.
In there. Now, talk about the days when you were playing with Archaic. Are they still doing anything? Do they still?
Yeah. They're out touring. Right now, they're on tour with Fallujah and Beyond Creation.
Oh, great. Fallujah's Bay Area band, right?
Yeah, they are. They're based out of the Bay Area. They're out on tour right now. They just came out with a new record, and it sounds amazing. They're doing good, man. Playing with them, again, another learning experience.
Do you think that was your first, because that was the first time you went on the road, really? You know what I mean? It kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I did
It showed you the worst side of the road, didn't it, Al?
Yeah, well, that
it showed you that.
Archaic.
Do I really want to do this for a living? But I mean, that's how people tour, man. That's how some people are.
Yeah, well, I had played with you guys, and then Archaic had hit me up, and they said, hey, we got a really awesome opportunity to open for Cannibal Corpse.
Right.
It's going to be a U.S. tour. We're just going to get in a van and just go for it and do it. And I have to say, it was one of the funnest times of my life. I mean, of course, some parts could become a drag when, it's your turn to drive and it's 3 a.m. and,
Lovely.
all that good stuff. But I mean, it's
I don't know about that. I never had to drive.
Oh, that's
They
good.
didn't want me driving.
Yeah. Well, we just got in a van, we did it, and, had a good time. And I did a lot of tours after that where it was the same thing. You get in a van, you go from venue to venue, you play, you load all your own stuff.
That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. But you learn every time. You learn what to do, what not to do, and it's a constant evolution, I think.
Now, we have a real good friend that works for you, but he also plays in Obituary that we know very well.
Kenny.
Yeah. I love Kenny.
Kenny,
he's
man.
The greatest.
Oh, man.
He's the greatest.
He just constantly has me in tears.
He's
laughing.
hilarious.
Yeah.
He's so funny. I don't know if you know the Obituary guys that well.
Yeah,
But if you get him and Trevor in a room, I mean, forget it. It's great.
Yeah.
They're so funny. We did some tours with them, and that's when I was doing something with Obituary, and I didn't know that he worked for Trivium as well. And we were talking about it, and I go, yeah, I love that kid. I'm all, do you know it? And I told him, he's all, really? I didn't know that. And then he found him, but he's a good dude, man.
Yeah, he's great, man. And I think he's known Matt since Matt was like 13 or something like that. Yeah, I mean, they go way back.
That's
and
heavy.
It's funny how
that Florida connection.
Yeah.
Kind of like us over here in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Those guys are very like the Cannibal Corpse and Obituary and Morbid Angel and Death, and any of those guys are all kind of ancestral like we are out here.
Yeah, exactly, man. The Bay, it's so small. Everybody knows everybody,
Right, and that's how you get your gigs a lot of times. This guy and that guy, and
it
just escalates.
Yeah, definitely. It's it's all just about trying to get along with everyone and be cool. And then if you have a decent reputation, it's like you just never know when you might get that call for something like, hey, hit up Alex for whatever, and then it's like doors open.
Exactly.
So,
Doors definitely open, man. So
yeah.
Well, hey man, thank you for coming in. Keep doing this. Keep doing this. I'm sure Trivium's got some stuff doing in the future, so just keep going with that.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for having me on.
Anytime you can come in and talk about some new stuff, we'll do a whole episode where we just talk about Costa.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
How talented he is.
Yeah.
You guys, let me know what you think of Trivium. I mean, we've gotten a lot of the Bay Area thrash bands, a lot of the legendary bands in, but these guys are on their own. Like I said, there's going to be certain bands that are going to carry the torch. I believe this is one of them, as I can see from your crowd responses at festivals and stuff, and just all the buzz on you guys. And obviously,
thank you, man.
Leave me comments and let me know what you think about Alec Bent's drumming, and share this. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, you guys leave me comments and subscribe to the channel. And we can get you back when, say, maybe new record comes out. We can talk new whenever that happens.
I'm always down to come hang out, man. This is awesome.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for coming in. Good to
Thank
see
you,
you.
brother.
We'll see
I
you
appreciate
guys
it.
real soon.